Yo, make sure you subscribe to State of Black Music on all platforms.
I'm talking about Spotify. I'm talking about Apple Podcasts.
YouTube.
We there.
You know what I'm saying? We there. We at your mama house. We everywhere.
We hear that every damn way.
State of Black Music, baby.
SOBM.
State of Black Music. State of Black Music.
All I do is think about you. All I do is think about you. Oh, baby. All I do. Oh, baby.
That's the energy this week. Welcome.
That's the energy.
That's the energy.
Yeah, man.
Oh, baby.
Welcome. Come on, Tamone.
Oh, baby.
That's that taco meat tone.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't realize since I was at a dinner recently, and I didn't know that Michael Jackson, Betty Wright, Eddie Levert, and others were the background vocalists for All I Do. I never knew that.
Michael Jackson.
Say the line up
Michael
again.
Jackson, Betty Wright, Eddie Levert, Walter Williams, Jamil Rahim. But those are the background vocalists for Stevie Wonder's All I Do.
That's
never knew that.
crazy.
Never knew that.
Only Stevie Wonder could pull a.
Right.
You got
like that
MJ
together.
on back and Betty Wright and Eddie
Backs,
Levert.
boy.
And Eddie.
And it was only recently that I
Eddie
found
Betty.
out that Stevie Wonder and the Jacksons are cousins.
They cousins.
Wait, what?
They're
What you
related.
mean?
Yeah.
How you mean?
Yeah, like they're. I don't know where he is in the line, but yeah.
Somebody get Ancestry.com on it.
Right.
Apparently they're
Right.
cousins.
Welcome to another week of the State of Black Music podcast. We kicking off with a bang. We just dropping gems out the gate. What up,
Right.
is Phillionaire in the building?
Claude Kelly is here.
Chuck Harmony is definitely in the building.
And Bacon from Macon is here.
And Don is here. Don! Mr. Julio! The great Don Julio.
Don the Great.
State of Black Music.
It's good to see you guys, man.
Great to be back.
Great to be
saying?
back.
Happy New Year.
Yo, you said Betty Wright and it triggered something because the other day me and Chuck re-stumbled upon No Pain, No Gain by
Yo,
Betty Wright.
listen.
Man.
Be a cook in the kitchen.
Oh, man, that groove.
Listen. Listen, No Pain, No Gain.
Yeah.
Shout out Betty Wright. Rest in peace.
No pain, no pain, no gain, no gain, no. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no gain, no gain.
I remember hearing that song when I was a kid and just knowing that was just a grown woman's record, but like you had to go through some shit to understand the record. But my mom used to bop to that record, and I heard it the other day, and it sounds so new.
Yeah,
It could come out right now
Yeah.
and just be a fresh sound. because
Yeah.
It's so new.
yeah,
It
she was
feels new.
always like spitting game on her records.
Yeah.
And I remember being young, like in the South, on Sundays they would play like the blues records. And then they would like out in the yard, all the old people would be sitting around playing cards. And they would just play Betty Wright and Marvin Cease and Lattimore and all those great blues artists, but Betty Wright was definitely a standout amongst all of that music that was being played. Like, y'all remember Peggy Scott Adams? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who? Peggy Scott
Peggy
Adams?
Scott Adams. She had a song called Bill.
Phil, pull up Bill. Hey, Phil. Play Bill.
But it was a very, very interesting song, and it got played on the radio back in Macon, Georgia.
There are no words
This is Bill.
that can describe what I felt.
This is what they would listen to, though.
So many thoughts going through my mind. Like, one, I've never heard of Peggy Scott Adams in my life. Two, this song is from the best of Peggy Adams.
Y'all not gonna do Peggy like that.
We're sorry, Peggy.
So I'm sorry. I just didn't know that there would be a full, comprehensive a best of.
Nah, but real talk, right? Because I'm from New York, right? So I never really knew about this, but like Chuck has put me on it since being down here. I've experienced it at a couple of shows and events. Like Southern Soul,
Yes.
what a vibe.
What a vibe. And what a money maker, too. Them guys be out on
Yes,
the road
and the
all
crazy
the time
thing
making
is-
money.
I'm telling you.
When I was younger, I used to be like, what in the hell are they listening to? But as I've gotten older, like I find myself listening to a lot of this shit.
We went to some concert and the concert was awful. It was awful.
Where
It
were
was
we
awful.
at?
It was that concert with Kindred Family Soul and
Avery Sunshine,
and Chrisette and all them.
That's when they booed Chrisette.
Yes.
Oh man,
That happened.
Oh, that was bad.
Terrible.
Singing a gospel song of that.
Total praise.
Jeez.
Terrible show. Just because the sound was bad, the lineup was awkward. But in between everyone's set, right? When they would start playing Southern Soul records to the speakers, it was municipal.
Yo, the crowd went up.
That was the most lit part of
And
the
they
night.
knew every lyric
Yep.
to every song. And I'm just talking about young and old.
Yeah.
It was just like the mamas and the daughters was
Yeah, it was
just
just
going.
That's when I was like, yo, Chuck, what? He's like, yo, this is Southern Soul. Like, you don't catch the radar or Billboard and stuff, but like, it's a huge
I used to be in
movement.
those bands when I lived in Alabama, and I'm serious. Like, we would gig like 300 days out the year.
yeah, it's a crazy subculture for real.
Yeah,
Crazy
man.
subculture.
You gonna eat some fried chicken?
Yep.
So, well, I guess shout out to Peggy Scott Adams. If you haven't seen, the best of is available on all DSPs platforms.
Give her a stream. You feel
Give her
what
a
I'm
string.
saying?
I'm just saying. I didn't know. I'm learning so much these
You know what I'm
days.
saying?
We all learn.
You can listen to the whole thing on your way home, Phil.
No, but you got the great Denise sound.
Or ride in silence.
Oh no,
Man,
Oh,
but-
Lord.
No, but I'm really excited to learn more. I was at a dinner recently for Tim Reed, who moved to town. Tim Reed.
we met with him.
Came to the workshop.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Reed
Super
from BMG, a senior executive over there. He is the son of Tim Reed. Been in the music business 30 plus years, a real legit executive.
Black entertainment royalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he looked like his dad.
He looked
so-
just like
I mean,
his dad.
just like his
he
dad.
looks like his dad for sure.
But I just
Sister,
so we did a welcome.
sister.
Yeah. Let's go back further. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Exactly.
Cincinnati boy.
Yeah.
Or,
that's
wasn't
Tim
he on
Reed.
Love Boat?
No,
No,
that was.
he wasn't on Love Boat. Okay.
Wow.
You talking about Isaac off Love?
Yeah.
Boy?
Isaac. You gonna make Isaac Tim Reed? Come on.
Hey, it was before my time.
I did want to acknowledge that Tim Reed, Senior and Junior, are also from VA. I just want to acknowledge that.
Here we go.
Just for what it's worth. Also graduated from my university, Norfolk State University. Shout out to the green and gold. But yeah, but back to the topic at hand. We had a dinner, and just at the dinner, it was Tim Reed. It was, Henry Hicks from the museum, and Shannon Sanders, and Gina Miller, and
Wow.
really, Thalia from BMG,
Yeah.
and, just
Music queen.
Yeah, music queen. You know what I mean? So it was a really great conversation, and we were just talking about music. And so Shannon is the one who Shannon Sanders brought up the whole All I Do, Stevie Wonder. And I was like, wow. And then we started talking about verses. And just the impact of verses. But then we talked about the most recent one with Music Soul Child and Anthony Hamilton. And we were saying how the highlight was for us was The Lucky Day. When Lucky
that
came
was-
out to do his new single, which sampled the original composition that Music sampled on Half Crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just, it was good. It was a great dialogue with music lovers.
I missed the verses.
They
You
played
did.
one of your songs, didn't
I
they?
know. They played Yes. I wrote Yes for Music Soul Child.
Whoa.
I still think you're beautiful, cause I'm more attracted to what's inside of you. You don't have to get.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that actually. That's funny. 'Cause a lot of people don't know that one, but I wrote Yes for Music Soul Child.
What did you think of the verses? Who saw it?
I didn't watch it.
I watched it, and I was hopeful at the beginning,
Oh, jeez.
and
Phil. Oh, jeez.
and then I kind of just started doing something else. To be honest,
Well, Anthony Hamilton is a friend of mine. I support Anthony. I enjoy
listen,
Anthony.
I have great respect for both because they're the soundtrack to like my middle school, high school, and college years. But
Here's the thing. I love Music Soul Child's music. Like the
Yeah.
album's really great songs, some really hit
He has
singles.
some great songs.
It's the live experience
Yeah.
for me where it just kind of not
It-
quite
when
what
he-
I hear on the record.
Wasn't he on that concert we were talking about?
Yes. But we left before he came out. It was that bad.
Good call.
Sorry.
yeah,
Because Love is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
He got a couple. Are you kidding me? Buddy, Love.
no
Don't
music.
Change.
Music had
He got a
music
catalog.
had
He got
the
a
joints.
catalog.
If I had to pick somebody, it would probably be Music because he had
catalog.
the songs that really resonated
Music
with the crowd.
won.
To me, yeah, but he really screwed up by trying to like do so many runs and it's
Oh,
just
he
like-
was singing, Lord.
Yeah,
Yes, it was live. He was
and
doing
it's
live.
just like
Yeah, it's live.
Man, you don't have to do all
Chuck
that.
said he was singing Lord.
And I think for me, like
God.
overall, like what I miss about the way Versus was like earlier in the pandemic was that we got stories behind the songs. Like they would actually sit down and actually talk through each song. And it was just a big concert this time. Like nobody was.
Yeah, because a lot of these artists, they want to show that they still have it.
But what about those that don't? Not saying anything. I'm just asking, just on behalf of that community.
Yeah.
I think we're at a point now where it's getting tricky because there's a lot of artists who deserve to be on Versus, but not everyone pairs up fairly with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's Mary can't do one, right? And Faith can't really do one because they don't pair with each other, but they don't pair with anybody else, right? And Mariah can't do one because no one pairs with her at all as a songwriter and an artist. So you have these people that you'd love to see and experience, but there's no one to put them with that makes, because it is a competition and everyone, all the fans are rooting and getting competitive. So you want to make sure it feels like it levels out. But
How was the viewership on this one?
It was like maybe
don't
like
think
200,000, right? A little under 200K.
I don't think I looked at the numbers.
Yeah,
I did see that they were trying to move it to a private platform, and the fans were like, "Hell no!"
Yeah,
They were trying to make people pay for it, and they had to.
That was the wrong
renege
one
on
to
that.
bet on for the. Why didn't you do that for the Brandy Monica or like Babyface and like when it was like 2 million viewers and people were like like clawing to get at it.
I love Versus and how I wish it would go back to the rawness of, just like you said, telling the stories about the songs and including the songwriters and producers. Like I personally love that. That's where this all started with Tim and Swizz. So I think there's some value there instead of trying to add all this star power that's, I don't know. But I enjoyed a number of them, but there's some that really missed the mark for me. And then since it moved over to Triller, like I like to bet on Apple for quality purposes. On Instagram is my backup because I like to be in the comments, So, but it's just, I don't enjoy it on the Triller platform. But I'm happy from a business standpoint how Triller has, given shares and, to all the artists that have participated, which is great on the business side. But the actual consumer experience is just, it misses the mark for me.
Nothing was ever as golden as that Babyface Teddy Riley one, if I'm gonna be honest. Like that was classic jokes, classic records.
Yeah.
Oh my God, them sound issues. Like,
shout out to Breon.
Still, that was comedy. comedy.
Who would you like? So who would we put in a versus against Peggy Scott Adams?
Denise LaSalle. Well, she's no longer here, but
oh jeez. This is a real bad. Okay, that was a. I didn't know it was real. It's kind of rhetorical, but I was just like.
He was like, either Denise.
He's like, let's see. Either Denise.
God rest her soul.
Oh
jeez. Okay.
Who goes up? This one's, who goes in a versus against your girl Olita?
Maybe Brenda Russell.
Y'all tuning in.
I'll sleep.
Insert get here to intro, right?
I'll actually be at her concert though, March 18th.
Where? Here?
Yeah, here in Nashville.
Olita?
Brenda Russell?
No, Olita.
No.
She'll be at City
Yo,
Winery.
you know what? Out of respect for you and because she's dope, I would go with you. Let's go see Olita.
Let's go.
I'll go.
Let's go.
Feels like
Y'all want to make it a field trip? A field trip without Phil?
I was wondering who could you put Missy Elliott against in a versus?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Absolutely nobody.
Wow.
That was a fast answer.
She needs to
guys.
do a Missy Elliott and Friends and just bring out.
Maybe Pharrell. Maybe.
Yeah.
And that'd be a nice VA battle for you.
That would be.
I know you'd be conflicted inside. You'd be torn.
That would be a long
because I'm so
versus though.
sorry.
Like we'd be up all
I
night.
don't think Pharrell can go against nobody, really. Like with the amount of songs he got. Like,
But we'd be up all night if it was the both of them.
Yeah.
We'd be up all night.
That's like a 3-night mini series.
3-night special.
3-night special. Yo, I actually want to propose a challenge for this year. Y'all ready for the challenge? Since Phil's always talking about VA, right? Technically, Chuck is from Illinois, very famous state for music. You're from Virginia, very famous state for music.
2 up, 2 down.
You're from Georgia, very famous state for music, and I'm from New York, very famous state for music. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I challenge you all to a duel this year. See which city reigns supreme. That's all I'm gonna say. To be continued. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he got East St. Louis, he got Chicago in there. There's a lot going on.
Just a clue of who the winner would be.
Oh, please. A lot of stuff coming out of Georgia. You tripping? Georgia's heavy. New York is heavy, but VA is heavy. It's a lot. It's a good fight.
Illinois got Yeezy.
You got Yeezy. You got Rob. You got a lot of stuff.
Robert Kelly's out there.
Robert Kelly. It's a lot.
You got Chance the Rapper.
You see what I'm saying?
That was supposed to be a joke.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Southside.
My bad. You got Chuck Berry. A lot of people got Miles Davis. Come on, obviously he's got some weight. So
we got a challenge. We'll
bring your receipts, is what I'm saying.
Bring your receipts.
Bring your receipts.
Got it.
State of Black music.
Cali Paul, it's not Atlanta. Latonia, it's not Atlanta. Clay Cole, it's not Atlanta.
Amaretta the Great.
See what I'm saying?
All I hear when I hear that is Greg Street.
Straight up.
That's so Atlanta. She's so Atlanta. She definitely so Atlanta.
So Atlanta.
I like it though.
I love it. Just she's getting it, getting the people when they toast people up in the uproar, like, you know, Decatur. Here's the thing, I ain't from Georgia, so I'm thinking like College Park and Decatur. All that's, you know, kind of, it's just Atlanta in my mind. Like it's ATL. Like, but she set the record straight.
She clarified for you.
Yeah, she definitely clarified.
Clarified for you.
Amaretta the Great.
Amaretta the Great.
Amaretta South.
Nice song.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
I like that. Not sorry.
Clay Cole is not Atlanta.
Yeah, I love her the way. I just love it.
I like her voice.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
the way she's saying
I like it too. I like it. I fuck with that.
So who's really not Atlanta? So based on her on the qualifications, I know Lil Baby qualifies. Outkast, are they safe?
Where they from? East Point?
Yeah.
I know Migos not safe.
College Park, East Point. I think Monica's from College Park.
That's not Atlanta.
I love to hear what Monica say about this. Like,
College Park is not Atlanta.
no, she said it
That's
ain't
what they
Atlanta.
say.
She said it's not Atlanta.
See, I'm from Macon, which is 75, 80 miles south of Atlanta.
Not
So
It's not Atlanta.
Not Atlanta.
But I did live.
I feel like if you're 15, 20 minutes away, you live there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't
That's
know.
how I see it.
I mean, I've been there many times. I don't know Atlanta very well, like in terms of geography at all.
it's so close. It's like arguing whether Brentwood.
Shit, if the Marta go,
Right.
wherever the Marta go is Atlanta to me.
Well, not Atlanta.
not Atlanta.
Hey, Chuck, that's so good. You say, I love the way she talks.
Yeah,
shout out
yeah,
to,
no, I like it.
Shout
I
out
like
to
it.
Omaretta the Great.
State of Black music.
What else y'all been listening to?
That's a good question.
Ooh. What have I been listening to? I mean, I know we talk about her a lot, but a lot of Anita Baker. I guess because
Yes.
she, she's gonna be doing these Vegas dates, but y'all know my favorite album by her is Composition, so I've been playing the breaks off of that the last 2 or 3 weeks. No One to Blame, More Than You Know, Lonely, like just the whole album. 9 tracks, just
Crazy.
bliss the whole way through.
What about you, Phil? What you listening to?
What I've been listening to, let me see, the one and only, the incomparable, Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Hurt Me So Good. All this deluxe. Woo! This is my joint.
Told me a change, but I see it and I know. Cause I already know you don't know nothing about love. I leave when you're wrong, but
Yeah, so Hurt Me So Good off the Jasmine Sullivan Deluxe. That's in my playlist. Super heavy. I can't wait to see her live in one of these cities.
Hotels, motels.
She's coming here. She's coming to Nashville.
I don't know if I'll be in town. I may have to catch her in another.
Yeah. We're not gonna be here either. I was gonna go.
Yeah, same.
Well, I'll be there, hopefully.
He's like, fuck y'all. I'll be there.
If she sing Forever Don't Last, you know what I'm saying?
Put your phone
Put your
up.
phone up and send it to me.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. What about you, Chuck?
I was in one of my friend's car and she played a song by this guy named Smino.
Smino is dope.
It's called Ruby Red. And after I heard that song, I've been deep diving into this cat. Like he's innovative.
Grapefruit, ruby red bone. No Pulp Fiction, my backseat got so much leg room.
His whole catalog is just he's so innovative. He do a lot of different voices. He's really innovative on this production. So
That's
shout out
amazing.
Smino.
Smino.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Claude, who you got? What's in your playlist these days outside of Betty Wright?
Oh God. Actually, it's been old school for me too. I've been listening to a lot of Michael McDonald. Sweet Freedom.
Sweet Freedom is the jam, man.
Sweet Freedom. I love Sweet
Tony Braxton's dad?
No.
Sweet Freedom, shine your light on me.
You feel me?
Michael McDonald.
man.
He lives in Tennessee, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they finally put that on streaming services. For the longest, I could not find it.
I saw him live in New York in like a they like almost like they rented out one of those Broadway theaters in Times Square, and it was just a theater like in one of those cuts like on 46th Street, and he rocked that place out, man. It was just him on the roads in the front and his band behind him, and he was just sitting there like how Stevie Wonder would sit there. He was just going in. He's so good live.
That's cool, man.
I need to see him live.
He got jams
Yes.
too.
Never had the pleasure.
I would love to see him and Anita Baker on a joint tour. Have they ever toured together? That seems like it makes sense.
Wow.
Didn't they do a song together? Or am I dreaming?
No, that was her and James Ingram.
Okay.
I just can never understand Michael McDonald.
You didn't understand his word?
Yeah, I can. I need lyrics on
I
it.
understand it more now, actually.
Got it.
I can hear him more clearly now for some reason than when I was a kid.
That's why I feel like he's the cousin to Tony Braxton. Or at least
Yeah.
their dad or something.
Marbles in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pause.
Pause. Oh, my Lord. He brought back pause. Jesus.
State of black
Music.
Yeah. This the real one, baby.
I'm telling you.
Chi-Town stand.
So have y'all been up on the Kanye West documentary?
Genius.
Yeah, let's discuss documentaries because
Well, I'm gonna kick this off because I know I was in the group text with y'all and on a FaceTime recently talking about this Kanye West.
yeah, it's your fault.
It's okay. I enjoyed it. I'd love to see the making of the superstar, this man that we know today, who I think is a creative genius, Kanye West.
Yeah.
Kanye Titter.
So I
Just
was,
Yay, you know what I mean?
I was in the group chat being hesitant and resistant, but per your request, I watched it as well, and I loved it.
It's I mean, just to see
was awesome.
where it started. I mean, I think we opened up with a scene with him with Mace and Harlem World,
Yes.
the part. Like just to see a young Kanye
And to watch the rejection of the label because
time after time.
Yeah.
first of all, we know this. We know a lot of people in the.
We do know those people.
And I was just like,
And I love those
cringe.
people. I literally know those people.
That's
Right,
what I'm
know
saying.
them.
I'm like, yo.
I know them, and I love those people, and I celebrate those people. But wow, it was just like they totally dismissed the man. I was like, wow.
He was playing hits, and,
Yeah.
and they were like, what y'all gonna eat?
What y'all getting for lunch?
Who's going to Chipotle doing a Chipotle run? Like it's like
He's playing All Falls Down with Lauryn Hill, and they're like, so what you doing?
But that speaks to what I took away from the documentary because I forget. And so I feel like a lot of people probably forget that Kanye's story is the story of the underdog.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
People,
Absolutely.
because he's so big now that you forget that he had to fight like hell for his art. Even when he became a super famous producer, even when he got signed to the label, he still had to fight like hell.
It was good to be reminded of that, for sure.
So, yeah.
I loved it. You see it, Timon?
I still need to watch it.
Timon, like now that I've watched it,
See?
I strongly recommend
And
it.
you see what I said?
still need to
Thank
watch
you.
it.
Thank you.
And what's so beautiful about it, it's gonna remind everybody why they love Kanye.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No matter what point you are in your Kanye journey at this point, once you see that documentary, you're gonna fall back in love with him because he speaks for all of us.
When Damon Dash, I read right before I watched it, when Damon Dash was like, yo, Kanye West is our Michael Jackson. And every time someone calls someone Michael Jackson, you kind of start to cringe. I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, let me watch it. Then I started watching it. And then you watch him look in the camera and say everything he's gonna be.
Yes.
And then you look today and he's all of that
Everything.
plus.
Everything. And then more.
And I'm
that's-
like, yo, you are our Michael Jackson. That's crazy.
Yo, Kanye really has blown that thing. I mean, but I want to also acknowledge, we talk about Kanye, but shout out to that brother Cootie.
Cootie,
Genius.
straight up.
Cootie to have to
Insight.
to really have the insight and the foresight to really walk away from your dream, to really help be a servant and support this
Brilliant.
brother on his journey. That's a level of
And the
faith.
places he got, like, in his
And it
mother's
paid off.
house.
Yes.
Those conversations, because like we all have, how your moms are with cameras on.
Yeah.
Like he got some real intimate stuff, and to know that like he was documenting a rock and roll icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also showed me, I mean, the
Genius.
relationship with Kanye, or as we call him now, Ye,
Yeah.
and Donda, like, just to see the relationship with him and his mother, like, it's just, again, as someone who was raised by
Same.
a mom, a single parent, like, that really resonated with me, just to see that connection. And so I see how I can only imagine how
Yes.
hard it's been for him, and in her absence. And so it was just, like I said, I thought it was well crafted. I can't wait to see the rest of the parts of this amazing trilogy.
Yeah.
Have y'all ordered your stem players? You see this, Tamone, in my phone? That's
see
a
that.
tracking number. I've ordered my stem player. I'm
shoot.
supporting Kanye on this new endeavor. I'm this new streaming platform. I love how you can mute certain elements of the composition. Like, it's impressive. So have you three ordered your stem player? Because I have.
You can
Timon
mute
is looking
stuff?
at. You can mute. It's pretty impressive.
Now I'm all about some mutant.
Stem player, but I'm seeing that he's selling, thousands daily.
He already made like 2-3 million off of it.
It's incredible, but I just love that see an artist like, because Apple offered him $100 million
Exactly.
for
Jeez.
this Donda 2. And
They
he said
offered him $100 million for the
100
album.
million, yes.
Yeah.
$100 million.
100
And
million.
he turned it down
Why?
because he's Kanye. He's yay.
Exclusively on stem player.
I haven't yet, but I probably will.
$100 million?
Yes, sir.
I probably will download it.
We still getting $100 million for albums, boy.
If you're Kanye, if you're yay.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm Kanye's doing some stuff that's very similar to what Prince was doing when everyone thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna not make the same mistake twice
Yeah.
and support.
Yeah.
I love that he's
You know?
a black man doing what he's doing.
Right.
But I'm still going to wait to see.
He said, I love it. He's a black man.
But I'm still gonna wait.
Nah, I feel you, Timon.
I'll support. I mean, like when Jay-Z
How
announced
much is it?
Tidal, I jumped right on it.
It's like $200. I'll spend a lot more for a lot less.
Yeah.
So here I am.
True.
Yeah, but I'm excited. So I'll let y'all know. I'll bring it to the next.
Yeah, you let us
taping.
know. You be the-
I'll bring
you
it.
be
I'll
the
bring it
guinea
over.
pig.
Yeah, I'll be the guinea pig. Shout out to Ye.
Shout out to guinea pigs.
But two documentaries I have watched.
Yes, share.
The Janet documentary
Let's talk about
and
that,
the
too.
Summer of Soul documentary.
Yeah.
Both were amazing.
Both were amazing. I watched Summer of Soul like 3 times.
You did?
Yes.
Summer of Soul was dope.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oscar nominated.
Yes.
And just to, the fact that no one, like, I don't know if I had heard about Summer of Soul or just that particular festival until like a couple years ago, like that it actually happened. And then to watch Mahalia Jackson,
Gladys Knight was cut.
Gladys Knight, The Fifth Dimension.
Fifth Dimension. I love
Fifth
them.
Dimension and Mavis Staple.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Nina Simone. Like,
Yeah, it was
crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I didn't see
The Hawkins, too.
Someone told me at the very end of that documentary, there's a scene at the very, very end. They were talking about this at the dinner actually the other night about when Stevie Wonder was there, and I guess there was a Motown worker that was with him, and I guess Stevie grabbed onto him or his clothes or something like to break his fall or something, and the guy kind of pulled away, and I guess Stevie basically said like, I pay your salary or something like. But at the very end, I didn't see this part, so I need to
didn't see
actually
it
go
either.
back. He said it's at the
I need to
very
go back.
end.
I need to go back and
didn't see
watch
that.
that,
Yeah.
part.
Stevie being a thug. I
They
like
said
it.
Stevie was thugging. Steve Morris came out, was like, "You're from Saginaw." Like, hey, bro,
From Saginaw.
I pay your salary. Like, I can grab whatever. I bought that suit. You know what I mean?
Oh, Steveland.
Steveland.
But then, okay, so Janet, you said the other one was Janet Jackson.
Janet, yeah.
That was excellent too.
Yeah.
That was good. I really enjoyed the Janet Jackson documentary. You didn't like it, Phil?
I enjoyed it. I loved, first of all, let me just say this. For anyone that knows me, Janet Jackson is absolutely one of my favorite artists, entertainers.
Same.
That's ever graced the stage or a studio. I love Janet, right?
Same.
However,
Lord.
I love the access that we were able to see.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the never been seen before behind the scenes footage of her and Michael and, great content. But it was like, I still felt very controlled.
Oh, yeah.
No pun intended.
Very
But it felt like, but it felt like the narrative was like this, because I can only imagine in my brain, I played out this whole scenario. Janet divorces Renee Elizondo years ago. She pays him this outrageous amount of money, and an extensive NDA. And then she's like, "Hey, run them tapes, all them tapes that you got from this last decade. Give me all that." So Janet been sitting on that shit for like 10 plus years at minimum, and it's combed through and like, yeah, I'll keep that. Maybe not like this. So I just feel like there's so much more that I would love to know
hell
and
yeah.
see. That
I agree with you. I read a couple reviews and I agree with this when they were like, they were comparing it to the Kanye documentary and saying it's always better. Remember, Kanye was complaining about not having creative control, but it's better because then you get an actual honest depiction of the good, the bad, and the ugly, which makes you a genius.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how Janet's was the opposite. She controlled the whole narrative. And so you're getting just like what she wants you to see. But similar to the Kanye one, what I took away from it was how genius Renee was.
I'm gonna give you another genius. Renee was absolutely genius.
To film it, to the whole
All
vision.
of that. But we got to go back to the OG Joe Jackson.
Joe Jackson.
Now we heard something, and again, I'm not saying that he was an angel. I'm just saying he had a vision for his daughter as well as his sons.
Yes.
And I mean, he put everybody to work, but he clearly saw something in Janet and really applied the time, the resources, the work, and and she acknowledged that, and I thought that was great. Now that part
That was my favorite part.
that she acknowledged her father and his contribution to her journey.
And I like that she reframed him as not an abuser.
Yeah.
Because the movie and all the jokes make him that, and Michael and all of them were a little more soft about it. But Janet made it, what I can relate to was like, that's how black families are. Like, they spank their kids.
Absolutely.
They want you to be great. Their foot is on your neck the whole time. That's my mom. You know what I'm saying? That's and for her to be like, and then for her to say like, I understand now that I needed it and that we wouldn't be here. For her and Randy to be in Gary and be like, we would never made it out here had it not been for Joe Jackson and his tenacity, was the kind of praise I think he always deserved and didn't really get because he was kind of ridiculed as they kind of put him in the Ike Turner category in a weird way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he is a dedicated father. You should be praising him more.
Yeah.
And so that was dope to me.
Yeah, but overall, I enjoyed it. I mean, I love Janet, and just any additional insight and access that we can see on her life and career. It was pretty dope seeing her in the studio with Jam and Lewis.
That's what I was gonna say. That was my highlight. You know what I'm saying? Just to get to see their process and see that
them fighting.
I'm not crazy because it gets crazy in the studio. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about difference of opinions, and when you're talking about egos and people just being tired. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can y'all tell us a story of somebody in the studio that it was awkward or got bad or heated? We could all share. Let's share a story. I mean, here we are at the State of Black Music. This is what the people. This is what the people want to know and hear.
Let me think of a good one, y'all.
A good one.
So many have happened, y'all. Chuck, you got one? I'm trying to think of a good one. There's been so many. A tense moment in the studio. It gets tense. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let me see.
Listeners, I know you can't wait to hear this. This is so good. Exclusively here on the State of Black Music.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Let me see.
Oh, one of my all-time worst moments is when Fantasia was trying to do a beat instead of letting me do my job.
That was atrocious.
The session ended because what is that?
Wow.
So, I love Fantasia, but don't do my job.
Yeah, and trying to make her husband a co-writer was also a bit awkward. And I too was present in it.
The current one.
Session.
It was awkward.
Oh yes,
it was awkward.
What?
The session never recovered.
Let me ask
you don't come.
All right, Yvonne.
You don't come to the chocolate factory and then try to make the chocolate. You come and receive a service.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Don't try to improve on the formula when you ain't got a formula. That's what happened.
I will tell you an intense session I was in. It wasn't towards me, obviously, but it was. I was just there with Faith Evans at the time she was doing the album, the First Lady album, which was her debut on Capitol, and she was recording a song called True Love, that was produced by Jermaine Dupri.
I love that record.
And I remember, it's a very wordy song, like true love. When you say you need me like I need you, and I can be without you. It's a lot going on, and Faith could not get it, and it was just so. And she just got frustrated and kicked everyone out. She kicked Jermaine out, kicked Todd, her husband, out. Everybody was in there, and it was good. I mean, I was allowed to stay with the engineer, but it just got intense for a minute because she was, she's a professional. She's one of the best.
And a perfectionist.
And a perfectionist. So just the fact that she couldn't get it, and Jermaine was like trying to push in his own way, and Todd was trying to push, and Faye was like, everybody get the fuck out. And I was like, oh shit. So as I get to walk out, she's like, no, you good. You can stay. I'm like, okay, cool. It was just, but shit got real.
Yeah. She kicked us out too.
Tears of Joy.
I kicked out for Tears of Joy.
Yes.
But literally, she just wanted like she got going and then was like, I need to get let loose and
You know, I'll tell you, believe it or not, and she probably will. Well, she won't hit me for saying it, it's the truth. She's one of the shyest people when it comes to being in the studio.
Yeah.
But the thing is, her gift doesn't suggest she's shy like that. No. So you think she's just gonna open up and sing in front of you?
Yes, she's extremely shy. Less is best. You know, I've been in multiple sessions with her over the years, but that one was intense. I'll never forget that. I was just like, I just remember Jermaine going to the lounge to play video games and Matai. They just felt it was just pretty, And once she allowed everybody to come back in, it was amazing. And she got
it was magic.
It was magic. It was magic in the end. But yeah, I witnessed that. I said, "Jeez." And then I guess my most uncomfortable session, it was an artist I managed that was a Sunday Best runner-up by the name of Jessica Reedy. Very far and few times you ever hear me acknowledge her, but here's one. And she did a song called yo, come on. So there was a song that you brothers did. I just remember, and I just remember being in the session. Was it What About Me? What was the song title?
What About Me, Lord.
And I love
that song. We did that.
I loved the song. And I remember being at the session, Tamone, and because I love the original version, the reference. Some people call it the demo. The brother to my somewhat in front of me, to my left, Claude Kelly nailed it on this demo. So I had a bit of demoitis. And I got to tell you, it just felt like a very rough session. She, the artist Jessica just wasn't quite. No, just couldn't quite get it. It just couldn't, didn't quite connect. And it got a little uncomfortable there. And, I think we ended up having to stop the session and try to resume it at another time. But
y'all came to my studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, so the things that happen behind the scenes, the making of these records, you just have no idea.
It's crazy. That's why it was so good to see Jimmy and Terry and just it was all in love, but it was you could feel the tension.
Man, you felt that thing.
I just love seeing Janet like curse and go off, because we don't get to see that from her.
There should have been a lot more of that content.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, right?
Plus, I think we got, he's an icon, but I think we got a little sneak peek into another side of Michael Jackson that people don't usually expose.
Agreed.
Michael was a nigga.
Yeah.
They from Gary. Come on, y'all. They from Gary, Indiana. That.
He also had a bitch ass streak to him too. There's some cornballness to him too, where he was just being petty.
There's a video I saw online recently.
Is that Paul McCartney speaking? I'm sorry.
Jeez. What you say to me?
No, there's a video I reposted on Instagram recently where Michael was talking about like titties. And it cracked. Like I was laughing the entire day because I'm like, I wish we would have been able to see this side of Michael. Like
that was Tamone Bacon. So if you want to cancel anyone at Tamone Bacon, it's Tamone.
He said titties. Titties.
Or as Michael would say it, titties.
Oh, no, he didn't. No, he actually said it like her titties.
What?
Yes, it was hilarious.
Oh Lord,
it was hilarious.
I love
quick pivot.
Please save us.
quick pivot. Documentaries I'm suggesting.
Yeah,
I got two for you. Fat Tuesdays.
Yeah, you messed me up. That was gonna be my Esther roll.
Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
But Fat Tuesdays. Have you seen Fat Tuesdays?
No, I saw it. It popped up on my recommendation.
So good.
Wait, what is this about?
It's a must see. So basically, what I discovered is that the Comedy Store did a documentary a couple years before, and basically whitewashed the whole story. It was like Comedy Store became famous because of white folk. So Guy Torry and his brother, the Torry brothers, who were
St. Louis.
You see. St. Louis.
Wow, 2 points there.
2 points there. Right.
He's
like, drop. Basically, got the opportunity to have a night, Fat Tuesday nights on Sunset Boulevard to have only black comics. This is before Def Comedy Jam. This is before BET Comic View. This is like what started the whole black comedy movement. So there's footage of everything. So like everyone from the 90s, all of them were like birthed out of this. Leslie Jones, Tracy Morgan, everybody. Martin Lawrence, everyone. Dave Chappelle, all
Kevin
of them.
Hart, everybody.
And they're all in it.
Wow.
Snoop is in it. Tiffany Haddish is in it. They're all talking about how it was the hottest spot. And then all the OGs, which would have been like Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, they're all coming there just because this is the hottest place in town. And then literally that's what birthed Comedy Jam and BET stuff, and then also how all of them got in the movies. Chris Tucker, that was how they all started. So to watch, we grew up in it, and we were the audience because we watched all those shows. So to watch like how our influence as kids made the people that, I mean, Chris Rock is Chris Rock now, but just kind of like the Kanye thing, you don't really realize he had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And Fat Tuesday is about this club that really started it all.
And they were bringing in bank, like they were keeping the Comedy Store open.
A lot, open.
Wow.
They, on the
Sold
Black
out.
Night, we were drinking, and you know what I'm saying. We were in there.
Yeah,
Isn't that how it always happens, though?
pretty much. And my second documentary is called "You Are Watching Video Music Box." Which is
that was amazing.
That was great.
That was amazing.
Showtime.
Nuts.
Yeah, it was great.
And by the way, New York. As a New Yorker, like to watch, because I watched it as growing up, and like it's just public access television. You're watching. That's actually where I got most of my videos, because you start to realize that's where he was playing the real grimy shit. That's where you were getting it from, and to watch how again it's just a recording of history, and then of course Nas produced it, so you got Jay-Z in there and everyone talking about it, but. That just took me down memory lane because it was just a hip hop memory lane explosion. It was so dope.
So dope and so much history, and you just see some of our hip hop icons early on the journey. It's super dope. Shout out to Nas, man. I'm really proud of what Nas and his production company is really cranking out some really dope content, man.
Yeah, man.
I stumbled on that and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah. His last album is amazing too.
Nas?
Yeah.
I just got it on the one before that on vinyl. You know,
Yeah, Hit Boy went in on that album.
Shout out on vinyl, Tamone. You got it on vinyl?
I don't have it on vinyl yet, but it's coming.
It's coming? Okay.
It's coming.
Just making sure.
It's coming.
State of black music.
One for the money, two for the bank, three to get you going, cause the brat's in the place.
The Brat and her wife, Jessica Dupart, a.k.a. Judy. Brat is a dear, long-time friend. I've known the Brat since I was 15 years old. Dang. So I am 40 at this point. So just you do the math. But I love the Brat, and she just recently married her bride, Jessica Dupart. They just, wed recently. I just wanted to celebrate their union, their love.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Just
222.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
That's epic. Yeah. So I just, again, just Brad. I just, the first female platinum rapper. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear on the receipt.
Legend.
A receipt. That's a receipt. That's a receipt for you. But I just wanted to celebrate my sisters. I love you, Brad. Shout out to you, and shout out to Lisa Ray, your sister too, because y'all showed me love throughout the journey. That was one of my first reality shows as well. So, but Brad, I love you, Judy, aka Jessica Dupart. Like y'all, I'm happy for the whole Harris Dupart clan, and just wanted to congratulate you both. Yeah, congratulations.
Invite Brad on the show.
She would come.
She'd be good convo.
She would be amazing, and she's got a lot to say. And just, again, but definitely a rap, hip-hop legend, and has paved the way. And like I said, man, that's Brad, man.
She got stories, too. Like, I watched the interview she did with Candy not too long ago, and I would love to hear I got some questions for Brad.
You got some questions?
Yeah.
You got questions?
I got questions.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to the Brad and Jessica.
State of black music.
1, 2, 3.
Man, that shit's so timeless
It
right
still
there.
feel good.
Ooh, shout out to the homie Snoop Dogg, man. The new owner of Death Row.
I love that.
That's so cool, man.
That is so cool. Just such a full circle moment for Dog, man. I just want to celebrate him. One of my favorite people. Such a genuine brother.
I want to smoke weed with him.
That's
So bad.
Beware.
I'm ready.
I don't advise it. I don't advise it. I have a foggy memory of him and Faith Evans one night. I just thought, I don't advise it. I don't advise it. I was just in the vicinity, and I said, oh, no, this is...
I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you know what? Yeah, but shout out to Uncle Snoop Dogg, man. He has acquired the rights to Death Row, the catalog. Now, I'm reading reports that some of the music from the Tupac, repertoire is not included in the deal, and possibly the Dr. Dre Chronic album, which may be reverting back to Dre, which is great for Dre.
Yeah.
But at least Snoop is getting his masters back and all the other, like Above the Rim and other great things. But I just love to see great people win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah, man.
In this business, where we all know how things are structured, and it's not always in the favor of the artist sometimes. No. And so to see this artist who has really just evolved I mean, like I saw Snoop on what show was that the other night? I was watching him singing a Journey record. Like I think it was the Jimmy Fallon. I mean, he's really rebranded. But shout out to Snoop. I just wanted to acknowledge.
Yeah, we love Snoop.
New owner of Death Row. So good to see that happen.
You know, hip hop be doing it on the business tip. You know what I'm saying? They really just from documentaries like we talking about with Nas, and we talking about Snoop and all his business ventures, and of course Jay-Z and even Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Like
Soulja Boy.
Soldier.
No, I'm serious. Soulja Boy is a genius.
He was the first at a lot of things.
He's the first.
Yeah. So shout out to that, because you know what I'm saying? We can handle some business.
One thing I love about Snoop is the fact that he's always been like he's the same Snoop he was in '91.
Absolutely.
When he came out with Deep Cover.
Yeah.
True.
The same guy.
Same guy.
Just
Calvin.
older.
He's just
and he looked the same too.
But his energy, I got to tell you, just one of the nicest people. Like
I believe that.
Like really cool. And I'm always impressed by artists of his level that just are so engaged with their business.
Yeah.
Right.
So even when I work with him on the Bible of Love project, I mean, I'm texting him directly. I'm emailing him. He's responding back. Like that just blew me away to see how involved he was with all the decisions. So Snoop is just a great guy. Like I said, looking forward to doing more with him in the future. But I'm just proud of him, man.
We gotta get him on here.
We need to.
Now, that's a guest.
That's an amazing guess. I will not be in the green room that day.
The room will be green.
The room will be way
All right.
green.
State of black music.
The Esther Roll
Award.
Looking at my rollie, it's about that time. To get to the Esther Roll Black Excellence Award. The Irby.
Irby.
Y'all know what it is.
Y'all know what this is.
Y'all know what it is. It's always a good time to celebrate Black excellence. Always a time, not just Black History Month, but all the time.
365, 24/7.
That's what we're doing here by nominating the person, any kind of person in entertainment or in the world that you think deserves a little more shine and is not getting it. This is the platform for them. Welcome to the Irby nominations.
Irby nominations.
The floor is now open.
I'm raising my hand like they can all see me. I'm raising my hand.
Yes.
We lost, to me, a legend, a great recently, and I want to acknowledge him. And this is where I want to give this Irby to and dedicate this episode to Syl Johnson. Selena Johnson's father, who's an amazing, accomplished artist who did so much for music, Black music, just that's been sampled so many times, too many times to count. But yeah, Syl Johnson, that is who I'm putting on this virtual table for the Esther Roll Award for Black Excellence.
I love that.
I think that's great.
And there you have it.
I love it.
My favorite Syl Johnson song is We Did It. Is it because I'm Black is dope too, but We Did is my favorite.
It took a hold, lots of doing, but we did it. Yes, we did, girl. Oh, lots of doing, but we did it. Yes, we did, girl.
Syl Johnson.
Syl Johnson, man. I like these episodes where we just shoot the shit and just chill.
Yeah.
And just talk. I feel like that's when we really get the edge, the controversy, because I've been shocked by some of the things I've heard here today.
And I think Don has a lot to do with it as well.
The Don has a lot to do with it.
I love Don.
Don Cornelius.
Donnie Simpson.
Don Robinson.
Don Jackson.
Oh, jeez. Don Jackson.
He said, "Oh Jesus."
Oh God.
He said, "Oh Lord."
Oh God. But as we conclude, we're off to a good start. 2022 is about to be nuts.
Yeah, man.
So
Pause.
Lord.
You did say nuts pretty hard.
That was so dumb. Cheers to a great new season of State of Black Music. You feel me?
Follow us on at State of Black Music on all socials. At Phillionaire.
At Lewis York Music.
At It's Tamone.
We here, and we always gonna be here. Yo, Phil.
Yo, until next time.
Play that cell.
State of Black Music. We out of here, y'all.
Peace.
of my skin. Only add color to my tears. Oh, oh, that splash against my hollow bones that rocks my soul. Oh, 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 oh. Looking back over my false dreams that I once knew, wondering why my dreams never came true. Is it because I'm black?